God, I'm horrible at Rubik's Cube. Alright, so today I'm going to be talking about warming up and how much it matters, or if it matters at all, stuff like that. I'm going to sit down and do my first 5 solves of the day and get those times. And then I'm going to warm up, practice most of the day, probably do, I don't know, somewhere between 1,500 solves. And then come back when I feel like I'm totally warmed up, and we'll see if we can see any differences in maybe my turns per second, maybe my pauses will be less, or maybe it won't matter at all. You know, a negative result is still a result, so maybe we'll see something that we're not expecting. So let's get into these first 5 scrambles and see how we do. Oh man, my hands feel like cumbersome. You know that feeling you get when you first start solving. So that's a little bit strange, but let's see. Let's look at this. It looks like I might do yellow. So let's do yellow. Okay, that's not too bad. For yellow cross, that's pretty average for me. I'm not really sub 20 on anything but white. But I'm going to stay away from white to get a fair reading, because even though I do white cross solves now that I'm color neutral, if it's a good cross, if I do a white cross solve now and get a 16 or a 17, I think it'll skew the results. So I'm going to try to stay away from white, but I might be tempted. Let's see here. Alright, so let's see here. I could do orange. Orange. I'm saying that wrong probably. Anyway, could put... So this is in the right place but flipped. I can do DR prime and put this down and then put this one down after another D. I think I'm going to do orange. Then fix this one. Wow, that was horrible. But, let's see, where's red? Oh. Uh-oh. I've done something wrong. Okay, there we go. Get back on track here. And, man, it's like my recognition is off, and I put those 2 cross pieces in wrong. It's not really recognition. That's the wrong way to say it. Same OLL twice in a row, and I hate that one. Oh, wow. 36. So, don't judge me, guys. That was really bad. And I'm trying to talk while I'm doing it, but still, you know, the talking didn't distract me. I guess where I haven't done any solves today, my hands feel like, it feels like my fingers are too big. Like I'm getting stuck on places where I wouldn't usually. You all know that feeling. It's just the beginning. And all right, let's see here. It looks like blue. So this is one move, this is one move, and then I can adjust. See, now, at an easy cross like this is where I should be able to see my first pair. And it looks like this is still not going to be on the top. So I really can't do it. I'd like to be able to track this. I'll try it this time. I'll track these two. So here we go. And obviously they stayed in the same place. I always forget that OLL, so it's good that I remembered it. Alright, so 22, but that was a really easy cross. That should have been easily sub 20. And I even tracked my first pair, but it was a bad one to track. I still have a hard time trying to decide which ones are the good pairs to track. But anyway, let's do this next one. Alright, so this is our 4th solve here. Let's see. White is tempting, always, but I'm not going to do that. So... wow, there's even a pair made there. Let's see. Probably red. So Yeah, I'm going to do red. So here we go. I'll do like that. What have I done? Okay. Thought I messed something up really badly there. And I guess I did. Whenever I haven't practiced, I put those edges in wrong like that. It's horrible. Alright, 25. Not good, but, you know, not horrible for my first solves of the day. It normally takes me about 20 or 30 solves to get good and warmed up. And this just shows you guys how bad I am at the beginning of my day. Alright, let's see here. Last solve. Thank God. I've been doing so horribly. Wow, white is tempting. Blue's there, green's there, red's... Okay. Okay, I lied. I'm going to do white. And I'll probably still get a bad time where it's, like I said, my first solves of the day. So, that's not too bad. I told you I'm better on white. But anyway, that average of 5 was, let's see, a 23.1, which isn't great for me. Obviously, the 16 doesn't count, or the 36. So, 23.1, color neutral, that's not too bad. But let's do some practice and come back, and we'll see if I have improved. If anything's different, maybe nothing's different at all. It all just depends on how well you can focus right off the bat. But we'll see, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I've done 50 or 60 solves. I think it was more like 50, but I've done all color neutral, trying to avoid white. Even though I did a white cross solve in the first few solves there, you saw that, but, you know, it was unavoidable. If I've got 2 or 3 cross edges in, I've got to do it because, you know, being color neutral is not avoiding white, obviously. But for my training lately, I've been avoiding white because I want to catch up with the rest of the colors. But that's beside the point, and that's another video. And let's get into this first scramble and see if we have improved any for warming up. Alright, so let's see, white, 2 pieces in. Orange isn't bad, actually. I think I like orange better. I know that I might be over-inspecting, but I've turned my WCA inspection off since I've switched to color neutral. And, you know, of course I plan on turning it back on, but... Alright, so we're going to go with orange. Might get a 30-second solve, but who knows. Green and yellow, where is that? There we go. And then blue and white. I always forget that OLL, so I'm glad I didn't. Alright, not too good. Kind of locked up on the PLL there. Almost dropped the cube, honestly. So 22.9, not that good, but maybe we will improve going along. Red, yellow, blue, and orange all have a piece in. Then after I see if there's a piece in, I look to the opposite and see if there's, you know, just a one move insert that I can do. So no on yellow. Let's see. Red is not horrible. It's not good, but it's not horrible. Orange, no. So probably go with blue, I think. Yeah, I think I'll go with blue. So let's do that. Like that. And that pair's already made, which is good. Put that in the back. Then we've got those. Alright, 20.8, not bad for a red cross. Kind of got lucky I had an F2L pair already made. But I'm starting to recognize the pieces a little better. I'm getting ready to make a color neutral video on how I've been practicing. Because I've only been doing this for 5 days. And I'm already down to like sub 22. And I only average about 18 or 19 on white cross. I think color neutral is something that everybody can do probably. it's frustrating to get slower before you get faster. And I think that's mainly the block with people. So it looks like this is a 1-move insert. Then you can put that. Okay, I'm going to do green. So I'll put this in, put that down, do a D, then put this down. Like that. And then we've got red and white. Like that. Orange and white. So orange and yellow. And then like that. Oh my gosh, this is the one OLL that I keep forgetting. But I know what I have to do for it. That's the same PLL that I've locked up on both times, that R-perm. Maybe I need to practice that more. Anyway, that's beside the point, and let's do our fourth solve here. Wow, that 25 was bad, so we need to make up some time here. Looks like I'm going to do orange. So, how would I do this? Probably put this down, do a D2, and then fix these two. Like that. Then we've got this one made. That one's made in the back. Tracking this one. I know that PL or OLL. All right, 17 on orange. Pretty happy about that. Definitely didn't get that before I was warmed up. And sorry if my talk during the solves is kind of gibberish. I'm trying to kind of commentate as I go along, but it's not that easy for me, so that's why I'm probably horrible at it. All right, well, it looks like, excuse me, these two aren't, I would do blue, but these two are in but flipped, and that's horrible. Orange has a piece in and two that you can just turn down. This one's in but flipped, which isn't good, but not too bad. Green, I'm not a fan of. So it looks like orange. So we've got yellow, that's on the right of green. So we need to put the blue here and the white here. All right, so we can do this. Let's do like that. Cross OLLs are always nice, but then you get G-perms. All right, so another 17. That's pretty awesome. Turned out with a 20.47, and now we can compare that to what happened before I was warmed up. I think even though I got a 25, I was a little more consistent this time, and I was a little bit quicker on my turns per second. There's definitely something to be said for warming up. So before I warmed up, like I just said, I got the 23.1, and after I spent some time practicing, it went down about 3 seconds, a little under 3, like 2.5, something like that, as you can see. But my times varied a lot more before I was warmed up. So my best time was a 16.5, and I know that was a white cross, but still I got a 16.53 there on that last scramble, and my worst time was a 36, which honestly, that should never happen. Even if I mess up, I should be able to get sub 30 if I'm turning consistent. And I know that I messed up a couple PLLs and stuff like that after I warmed up, but still my times ranged from, 17 up to 25, which that means that my standard deviation was much lower. Now, I haven't calculated it, but the consistency is the big part here. Yeah, I did get a good time before I warmed up, but I was more consistent afterwards. So I think that is the big deal. This is why warming up is always important for competitions. I'm sure you guys know, but let me know in the comments how many solves you do at a competition or at home before you feel like you're completely warmed up. But I'm sorry this video has been kind of long, but I had a lot to talk about, and I did a lot of solves that I kind of commentated. So I really appreciate you guys watching. Give it a thumbs up as always if you enjoyed. Check me out on Facebook if you want to have a conversation with me or see what's coming up. And like I said, guys, thanks a lot for watching, and you'll hear from me really soon. Talk to you later. Bye.